Hey everybody, it's Pop MD. Uh, I got to tell you what's happened to me over the last few days. Uh, my last video was when I was leaving that area over there, and I got my Jeep and realized I had a couple calls from the parts department. Well, the the two ladies in my video, they harassed me all day. They harassed the cops all freaking day, and then they turn around and harassed Dan, the head of the parts department, until he just cut off my access to all the parks land. Now I'm the only person in Boardman today that's not allowed to be metal detecting on park land. Everybody else can, but I can't. But that's not unusual for this town. I've also been trespassed from the public library. Not, criminally trespassed for not wearing a mask when I went in there. For 2 years, I can't go to the public library. So this ain't new to me. But once I left there and talked to Dan, he said he called the police and told them that he didn't want me back on any of the park land. So I had a feeling that the cops were going to be coming to my house. So as I was driving back to my house, there's places that cops sit and do police reports or whatever, and I spotted one as I was headed home. Well, it ended up being one of an officer that got called over there for the third time after I was done gone, and he actually dealt with her, and then he also had came to my house twice looking for me. So I stopped and was telling. I was going to tell whoever it was, just to tell the upper people that I know I'm not allowed back on park land. So, but he was the one that was doing the investigation. So he did it right there on the side of the road, and I was still found I wasn't even charged with anything. Nobody could find anything that I'd done wrong. The woman kept telling everybody I was digging on her land, but the last officer that she talked to, he demanded that she show him where I was digging on her land, and she couldn't do it, and finally admitted I wasn't digging on her land or anybody else's land. I was on public land. So all the stuff that I found over there, I brought it home, and it was in such bad shape. I mean, they think they're preserving this stuff for their kids as kids or something, but what they don't understand, that stuff that's already in the ground, been there for 100 years or more, it's so wet over there all the time that this stuff is just decaying faster and faster every year. Now, the stuff's already been laying in the ground over 100 years or more, and it's almost unrecognizable right now. But she don't understand, or they don't understand, that if you don't get it out of the ground now, you won't recognize none of it because it won't be nothing but a rust stain in the mud. That's all it'll be. There won't be any of it recognized. It won't even be there no more. And say another 20 years, maybe even 10 years, most of it won't even be there. It would have to be some big major pieces for them to still be there. But all these little pieces won't be there. There ain't no way. They're already the pieces I dug up over there, and I dug up about 20 or 30 of them. And I couldn't recognize none of it. I mean, I know it was something. It was something that was made out of metal, but it was so corroded that I couldn't recognize none of it. So I ended up just going ahead and taking it all back over to that family and gave it all back to them on Saturday morning and said, here you go. You guys think, I don't know what you guys are preserving over here, but this is what the stuff looks like. I give it all to them so they could examine it themselves. They can even go out there and dig up some stuff themselves and see it. It's all just like this. So I'm hoping to maybe correct some people that got pissed off about me doing something that was totally legal, because I had no intentions of upsetting anybody. As a matter of fact, if they would have just left me alone, I'd have probably collected about 4 or 5 pieces. And once I found out none of the stuff was going to be recognizable, I wouldn't have even went back. But they jumped on me the first day, first minute in. But I already know what I wanted to know about the place. There's nothing. You're not going to find nothing that's going to be able to tell you anything about the history of that park. It's too far gone. Now there might be some coins or something made of jewelry, some kind of jewelry that's gold, silver, or something like that they might get lucky and find that might still be there. But this area where this road came into the park, it was the back entrance. It wasn't even the front entrance or nothing. It wasn't like it was heavily traveled by the 15,000 people that packed the park every time it was open. It was a back entrance coming in where the water tower was and shit. That's all it was. So I doubt you're going to find a whole lot of jewelry or anything like that. Now, this area that I'm working now, it was where the jockeys were staying, and I am finding that stuff. I'll show you what I have found over there at the end of it'll be in this video, but it's the second part. I already filmed that, so I'll just add it to it. So, I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown now. They won't even let me on the stables property anymore. Although I got a ton of crap off of that place. I know more about that place than they do. I'm not allowed to even go to the regular park and fish for dimes, quarters, and nickels and shit like anybody else can. I'm not even allowed to do that. I can't go anywhere on any of the Boardman parks with a metal detector and a shovel. So I've got to come up with ways into that property that these people have no control over, or the park has no control over. And that's good, because the park doesn't control any part of it that had bleachers on it, or the actual track itself, or even the parking lot where they park a lot of the cars. They don't have control over that area. So that's where the main stuff's going to be. If it's worth anything, jewelry, coins, shit like that, and it's probably has been picked clean by now. But they said all these other areas were picked clean. So we'll see what this old man can do. Pop MD. If you hang on, I'll show you everything I found over there. And let me tell you, I've got something covered up. Then wait until you see it at the end. You guys have a good one. Hope you like this. If you do, like, share, subscribe. Let's get this out. I'll build a channel up where I can get some more equipment, some camera equipment and stuff, and show you how I'm doing it, what I'm finding, where I'm finding it. Right now, I don't have the money to do it. So, if you like this content, like, share, and subscribe. Go along this journey with me. I don't know how long I got, folks, but you can go along with me however long it is. Here you go. Here's what I found. Have a good one. God loves you, and so do I. Okay, guys, here we go. I want to bring you over here to the table and show you. Now, all this stuff on the table right now has come from the stables slash living quarters that the jockeys that raced at the Southern Park racetrack, harness racing track, the jockeys, when they came in to race, they stayed at the property that I'm working on right now. It is now owned by just a guy and a man and a woman, and it's a home now. It's no longer like a motel. It also they could store 6 racehorses on the property here too. But I want to just give you I've kind of shown some of this stuff before. plumbing parts here. I ended up finding some more plumbing parts today, as you can see right here. These are more, and this is a pipe of some kind too. So I'm finding plumbing parts there. A lot of square nails, handmade nails, even spikes. I mean, look at this. If I can get it to focus in. This is a spike of some kind. There it goes. Look at this spike. But it was hand forged. Just like these two. I painted one of them. I cleaned it up and painted it. But these are spikes as well. Hand forged. Got several, other cut nails and stuff here. Some kind of plate. An old fuse. Screw in fuse. This is some kind of a box. I got this spoon is actually from I think it's Stanford Silver Company. This is a silver plated fork. This actually, you can see inside it here. Let's get it over here. Hell, there we go. It says A&P Coffee Service. Now they would scoop this down into coffee and smooth it off at the top, and that would make 1 cup of coffee. Now the handle on it was longer, but it broke off. And this is somewhere mid to late 1800s. All of this stuff, folks, is later than the track. Now this plumbing stuff, I would say not. It's within the track time. Maybe the silverware. This is another thing. I'm not for sure what the hell it is, but it's older than the track being there. Another piece of metal. I'm not for sure. This, I'm not for sure. These things are like lightweight as hell, but they got metal in them. Some more, another couple of square nails and then some cut nails in there, and a couple regular screws. Now I want to get to this right here. As you can see, it's a pocket watch. There's still some gears in it that you can see. Can't find no name on it, but I believe it was silver and late 1800s. This is a Buddy L lock. Came off of a Buddy L toolbox. If you want to look that up, that's late 1800s. Got some kind of a gear here. And then this, I don't know what it was. They found them all in the same area, and they look like they go together. But it may be a belt buckle or something. I don't know. We got 2 buttons there. They're a 2-piece button. This, I believe, is would be a rope tie off, like on the side of a wagon or something. You wrap your rope around there to tie it off. And this here, folks, we'll try to see if you can get in on it and see it. There's lettering and shit inside here. Tells you who made it. If I can get it to zoom or focus. Well, you can kind of see the B. It's upside down. But it's a B. Let me turn it around. And then underneath the B, it's got Trice. Trice. Get it zoomed back or focus back in. See the B? And then Trice underneath it. Beatrice. And if you look just to the left of the B's wing there's an 18, and then on the other side is a 74. It's a locket, back of a locket, to a Beatrice locket from 1874. So, but now these pieces, folks, are all cool and everything. This is the one I want to show you, and I want you, anybody that knows what this is, please let me know, because I have no clue. See how big this thing is? There's all that other stuff. See what it looks like? It's upside down right now, folks, but I want you to see it from this side too. Now, this piece, let me zoom this back. This piece here was in the hole with it. And it was actually the other way, upside down. It's upside down right now. But I wanted to show you, this is casted iron. And it's been laying in the ground back there for a long time. This thing weighs about 40 pounds. And I want you to look at the top of this. See how it looks like stone? And it looks like the way it's shaped, if you had about 4 of these, they would make a complete circle. Now, I have no clue what this is, but like I said, this is cast iron, and it weighs a lot, about 35, 40 pounds probably. I found that out behind the guy's wood pile. Any of you know what that is, or any of these other pieces? I know what quite a few of them are, but you see anything you might know what it is that I haven't pointed out, let me know. I think this is some kind of a bearing race. Let me see here. Not really sure what that went to. And this is I think it's a little latch of some kind that you could turn with a key or something. I don't know, but you can see it's more modern day, probably at least 50 years, or within the last 50 years anyway. Well, that's it, folks. If you know what this is, please let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks. God loves you, and so do I.